Good morning, friends. It is Monday, and I have a fun thing for us to do today. Have you ever heard of an Octo-Dog? Well, we're going to make one today, and I'm going to show you how. An Octo-Dog is kind of a fun thing because I am going to make an octopus out of a hot dog. So you can also do this at home for a fun meal. I'm going to show you all about it. First of all, I'm going to take my hot dog and I'm going to cut it in half. Now, when we talk about half, let's do this. First of all, this circle is a hole. If I want to take this circle and cut it in half, I have to fold this down because I want to make two parts. And I'm going to cut it. 1 second. Because a half is half of what the hole is. That sounds kind of funny, but here we go. So here's a hole. Here is half. 1/2. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to make 1/2. So let's think about this. How many halves would it take to make one whole? If I have one whole, I better put a 1 on that so we know. There's a 1. Okay, I've got one whole, and I'm going to take a half and put here. How many do I need to make a whole? You're right, I need, oh, I dropped it. Sorry, friends, I need 2. 2 halves make a whole. Okay, so I'm going to take my whole hot dog and I'm going to cut it in half. Now, not all the way up. I have to leave the head for the octopus. So I'm going to take I'm going to take 2 fingers, lay it on my hot dog, and I'm not going to cut up where my 2 fingers are. I'm just going to cut down below. Now, this is something you would need to have mommy or daddy help you with because I don't want anybody getting hurt with a knife. But this is going to be kind of a fun thing to eat. So now, look, I've got a hot dog, and the bottom of it is cut in half, 2 halves. All right. Now then, I need to cut my hot dog a little bit more because how many legs does a octopus have? Does anybody know? 8. You're right. An octopus has 8 legs. So now I'm going to cut my halves into half again. So when I do that, I'll show you what I have. I'm cutting them in half again, but let's see. If I cut them in half, how many legs do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of hard to see, but there, I've got 4 legs. I'm going to do the same thing with my paper. I have a whole, and I have 2 halves. Now, I'm going to have to cut those halves in half, just like I did my octopus legs. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to cut my halves into 2 more pieces again. How many pieces, if I cut them into halves, how many pieces am I going to have to cover my whole? Let's see. We had halves, and we said we needed 2 halves to make a whole. Let's see. Now, how many do I need to make a whole when I've cut those in half? Let's see. I'm going to put 1, 2. Let me see if you can see this. It takes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to mark on those. 1, 2, 3, 4 to make a whole. So now I've got 4 pieces. I've got 1/4 on each one of my pieces of circle. Okay. First it took 2 halves, and now it's going to take 4 pieces when I cut it again. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now then, I need to work on my octopus again because how many legs do we say an octopus has? 8, that's right, but I've only got 4. So how can I make it 8 legs? You're right. I'm going to take my octopus and on every leg that I have, I'm going to cut it again. So I'm going to cut down, there's one there. I'm going to cut on that leg. I'm going to cut on this leg. So I had 4 legs. Now how many legs am I going to have? Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have made 8 legs on my hot dog octopus. Now we'll show you on paper in just a few minutes, but I'm going to put this hot dog into hot boiling water. And what's going to happen to our octopus hot dog when I do that? Does anybody know what's going to happen to our hot dog? Because you know when you have a hot dog, you usually cook it to make it warm, right? You might put it in the microwave. I'm putting this in boiling water. So I'm going to go over to my stove and I'm going to put this in the boiling water. Let me see. Let me see if my water is boiling yet. It's getting close. I'm going to drop it into that water. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I dropped my hot dog into the boiling water. Now, while I do that, let's talk about my parts again. Because we know this was a hole. And you know what, friends? I think I need some tape. I'm going to be able to tape it up so you can see. Hold on, friends. I forgot the tape. So I've got tape. And this will make it easier for you to see. So here we go. I'm going to put up my hole first of all. So I get my tape right here. It's kind of stuck there. It split. That happens sometimes with tape, doesn't it? Well, let's see. See if I can get that off. Remember, when we have a little problem, we have to stay calm and we work at it to fix the problem, right? So I had to work to get my tape, there we go, off because, yeah, it's splitting. So let's see. I think I can fix it by pulling it up like that. There we go. And there. Now we've got it under control. I just have to cut that off. I'll put that split piece over there. And here we go. So I'm going to get some tape. And I am going to, first of all, put up my number 1 because that's my hole. So here's my whole circle. And we said if we put up 2 parts, that would be a half, right? So I'm going to, this tape is being hard to control today. I'm going to use my scissors. When you can't get it one way, you try something else, right? Okay, so I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to put up, if I did this, it would be half, but I'm going to put up 2 of my 1/4 to show you that this, see if I did this, oops, wrong way. Let's do this one. Okay, so I've got 1/4 there. Let me get some tape off, friends, because it's kind of tricky to hold that and do that. Let me see. Let me tape it because I've got to put 4 pieces there to make 1/4. If I put 2 of these on, look, that's a half, right? It would be the same as 1/2. Now I'm going to put on all 4 because we said that it takes 4 of this size to cover a hole. Okay. Now then, okay, so there's 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes 4 to cover a hole. Now then, what if I have the same size like this, like the 1/4, and I cut it like I did my legs of my octopus on the hot dog? How many is it going to take if I cut this piece into a half as well? Let's see. I'm going to cut this into a half. I'm going to cut all of my pieces that are the same as the 1/4 into half. And how many pieces do you think I am going to need to make one whole circle? Let's see. I've cut all my pieces in half, and let's see what I have to do. I'm going to take these pieces, and I'm going to cover my circle to make a hole. Let's see. I'm going to take, my tape is being tricky. Okay, I've got one of my pieces I cut in half, and I'm going to put it right there. Did it cover that whole section? Can you see? I should use different color. It only covered half of it. I'll show you where it goes. There's going to be a line right there. And that's how much it covered. So I'm going to put another piece up so I can cover the other section of that. So when I put a piece here, I'm going to put this one right here. Okay, so far I've covered this part of my whole circle. Look, I've got 1, 2. How many more am I going to need to finish covering the whole thing? If it took 2 to cover there, how many is it going to take to cover up here? Did some of you say it? I think you might have. I need 2 more to cover this section up top. And if I put 2 on each of these, how many do you think we're going to have to cover this whole circle? Just like when I made the legs for the octopus, I used how many legs? What does an octopus have? 8, you're right. So I used 8 legs for the octopus. And look, now I've got 2 more on, so I'm going to put my lines here. 1, 2, look at that. Okay, so now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. If I use 4 on the bottom half, how many would I use on the top half? 4, you're right. So it would take 8 small pieces of it. Looks like pizza, or it looks like pie, to cover my whole circle. I'm going to put them on here very quickly. So that's how you can see a circle, or something can be a hole, or it can be divided into pieces. So I took my hot dog and I cut 8 legs on it because I wanted to make an octopus, to show you how you can make a fun lunch or a fun dinner. I will show you in just a minute because I think my water is boiling over there. And how many of you can think about what's going to happen to that hot dog? Is it going to look the same when it comes out of the water? What is your prediction, friends? Or will the hot water change it? Let's see. I'm putting my last section on. So now we know that when you cut it that small, we need, here we go. There's another one. There's another one. How many sections did we use to make this circle? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this could be tricky. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 makes a hole when you cut it evenly like that. Okay, it's time for me to check our hot dog. Let's see what it looks like. I hear it boiling, friends. All right, friends. Now this is very hot. I have a plate, if you can see, of macaroni. And I'm going to take our octopus out of the water. And did any of you think about the fact that his legs are going to look different when he comes out of the hot water? Let's see. You have to be very careful. You would have to make sure that mommy or daddy helps you with this. But look, can you see? Can you see my octopus legs? They're all curly. They got all curly in the hot water. And look, here's my octopus, and an octopus needs some eyes. So I'm gonna take some mustard. You could take mustard, or you could take ketchup, and you could put eyes on your octopus. And I'm going to do that right now. Let's see if I can put an eye on my octopus. Put one there and one there. Can you see my octopus eyes? Now, I'm going to finish making this an adventure in the sea by putting on some goldfish. And then you can pretend like you are eating something from the sea. I'm putting different color fish on. There we go. Put a fish here. Put a fish back here. And look, friends, can you see? There's my octopus that I made out of a hot dog. And that could be a fun lunch. And that, we know, we took one hot dog and we cut it into 8 sections to make our octopus. I hope you enjoy my octopus meal, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.